make sure.
Just speak. I'll edit it, and you email me afterwards.
All
right. So, what's your name, boss?
My name is G. My name is Giorgio. They call me G. And basically, my idea is amongst a group of brothers that occupy space out here after Occupy Wall Street went south. I'm part of those group of young brothers, mainly black, that went into parts of DC where there were abandoned buildings, and we went in and occupied the buildings, and basically to stay off the street, because we refused to abide by, the bogus rules, set of rules systems that they have in the shelter system. So
tell me something then. Why are they bogus rules then?
Well, they bogus because, man, first of all, what I'm saying, as us being black men, there's certain criteria that has to be met to basically keep a certain degree, a level of order amongst black men. And the way that the shelter systems are set up is just basically set up to keep, an element of black people in that certain element.
So you're saying that the shelter system here in DC is broken?
It's broken. It's terribly broken, man. It doesn't provide the needs. Number one, culturally, the needs that's lacking in us as black people, as young black men, especially as young black men. And it's basically, the food is not good. The shower facilities, water facilities don't really work. The shower facilities only have dripping, drops coming out from the nozzle. It really don't work.
What about that shelter on East Street?
You got a napkin for a towel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about that shelter on East Street? Aren't they doing some good things?
East Street,
East Street in Massachusetts or something, on near 8th Street, right over there?
East Street in Massachusetts.
Right over there near Union Station.
It could be something going on over there that I hadn't word of, but the only thing I know over in the Union Station area is 2nd and D.
Oh, 2nd and D.
Yeah, 2nd and D is the only one that I know of in that area. That probably
is the one that a lot of people be chilling out there and everything.
Yeah, that's the large, like one of the largest main shelter divisions that you have throughout the city of Washington, D.C.
Okay, so you say the shelter system is broken, so y'all take over abandoned buildings.
Right.
To do what with them?
We take over the space, man, is basically take over the space to make it a home for us. To be as a roof over our head, especially in, when the seasons change and there's snow on the ground, it's basically for us as a way to first avoid being processed through those shelters, as if we're going through the penitentiary or prison system. It's basically a way of self-sufficiency and try to, keep ourselves, I say borderline free, or keep ourselves on the borderline of freedom. That if we have freedom to access it, we want to get up and leave and go out in the middle of the night and go get something to drink or eat or do whatever we want to do and be able to come back. We want to have that kind of space as if we had our own home. And that's basically the whole purpose and premises of
Last question I'm going to ask you, and then we can exchange emails and everything.
All right.
What's the problem from rising up from being in the shelters and the abandoned buildings to, getting your own space, having a job and everything like that? What's preventing people from actually doing that, especially black people?
It's the funds. It's the misappropriation of funds in the city for core agencies that will help people, provide people with housing, that will provide them with social workers who will work on managing their case, and guidance counselors to make sure that they make certain appointments, providing like car fare for them to get there, core agencies connecting you with availability in housing, core agencies connecting you with job training skills so that you can, become self-sufficient and employable, and then you can work and become a part of the workforce, like auto mechanics, you know what I'm saying, carpentry, entrepreneurship.
These key programs are not there.
Apprenticeship, yeah, right.
They're not there.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
To take advantage of this economy, this booming economy that they say.
Right. That's
crazy. That's very interesting that they should have those type of programs available to people who's been living in the city for a lifetime instead of just kicking everybody out. Ain't that crazy?
Exactly. With the, through a process of gentrification, which basically is a ticket, basically the black man's ticket out of here, which is gentrification is their way of, giving the black man the boot, in so many, so in terms of, but really what I feel what should happen is that, I'm part of a study group that feel that, a university like right here, that's in proximity of Georgetown and Howard, which are basically generally when they, have been traditionally have black, students, but this Maryland college, I feel that should have been mandated by the state of Maryland, since that University of Maryland up there in College Park is a land grant university, my understanding.
Yeah.
That the legislature in Annapolis should, and we have petitioned it, that they should rename that college Frederick Douglass University, because for one, he was a slave in that jurisdiction. That's his state. And I just felt like, since we spoke on the subject of the fact that there's a lack of these facilities like training, housing, and training and housing, there should be, in my judgment, education granted free for every African American as a form of reparations. Just as some form of reparations, education should be granted as an act of Congress, should be granted to African Americans free to go to any college of our choice if we have the grades. Depending on our grade level, we should be able to go to any college of our choice. If I'm good and I had the grades up enough to go to Stanford to attend there, I feel that the government of the United States of America should pay for me to go to college in other words, to rid herself of the crimes committed against my ancestors during the time of slavery, and even the slave trade. In the Middle Passage, and that experience that our ancestors suffered, and our foreparents suffered, our foreparents who survived that tragedy that occurred. So I feel that is a form of, reparations that black African Americans should be given some kind of boost or grant. If we have the grades, why should I be denied? If I have the skill, why should I live on the street? Why should not this government, the same United States government that sold my forefathers on Wall Street in the 16th and 17th century as property, as stock, we were sold on Wall Street, along with the fact that we built Wall Street in 1654. Research your books. Africans laid the foundation for Manhattan. We cleared the Indians out so that the Caucasians could come through and set up this whole system of this whole world of capitalism that he capitalized on us as property. So I feel that they should give us a college grant free. They should give us a college grant based on what grade level that we can handle.
How many people are gonna take advantage of that though?
I believe
most of these fools ain't trying to go to college, man.
But that's fine.
They're trying to get rich.
That's what you call. That's what you call Negroes. That's what you call. Willie Lynch specifically made an element of black folks called niggers. That's an element of black folks called niggas. And the other element of the other element of black people are those, who will choose something different. You see what I mean? That will
True.
take advantage of that.
Yeah.
That will take, that will, will be delighted to, be given an opportunity to excel academically.
True.
If that opportunity is there, if it's granted.
All right.
Even the nigger, even the Negro, even the nigger that Willie Lynch made, which the nigger is really still in all of us. That nigger is really still is embedded within all of us, and it comes out at certain times. That nigger is still in all of us, which is the Willie Lynch nigger. We love being
flashy.
We love being the white man's nigga. However he made us, we love being like that.
True.
And so that character comes out a lot. But I believe that we still should be giving granted free education, brother, to any university in this world of our choice. And I believe the government should pay for it for African Americans, because all other people, all other social groups have been reparated for what happened to them. The Jews were given reparations for the Holocaust. They were given a homeland. They were given way more than the little bit of stuff that we asking for.
True.
The Japanese were given, look what the Japanese were getting after they dropped the bomb. They released the nuclear energy, on innocent civilians in Japan. And they turned around and felt sorry about it, felt bad about it, and what they do? They fixed Japan up. They rebuilt Japan. Same thing they did with Germany. They rebuilt Germany. They felt bad about, how you gonna feel sorry for some Nazis and what you did to Germany? I mean, the only thing you did was go into Germany and liberate the Jews from the tyranny of the Nazis. So you went back and rebuilt Germany, all right? So what's the problem with, cleaning up at home what you did to your African slave? You know what I'm saying? That's because they turned to drugs, so they turned to crime, so they turned to, all sorts of things of your world,
Of your world.
Of the white man's world. This is his world.
All right, we're gonna